Hello, my name is Shadley, welcome back for another episode of Colombian Space Initiative in Supreme Roller Ultimate, and I decided to skip ahead a little bit. I think I played like 2 weeks or something like that, and during that time, looks like China managed to annex Japan, so Japan is no longer a thing. And I started selling quite a bit of military goods to Mexico, because they wanted to buy a lot of them. I figured, sure, I'll sell. I'll gather up the cash from there before they are annexed. You know, USA is still doing pretty strong. I mean, that fleet around here in the Caribbean and Gulf of Mexico is just massive. They have not been able to take the new capital yet. I mean, there's quite a bit of garrisons around here, and they got most of their troops focused on the Yucatan Peninsula area, or, well, further down here in the jungle, so it's not going all that well for them. We're about to get the Wasp design here, but that's still going to take some time, and then we should be getting the tank tech soon after that. But so far we're doing alright. I mean, right, we got the Wasp. We are still going to have to wait a little bit before we get the next research center. It's going to take about 4 weeks. So we got some time for that, and actually we probably need to put in something else for the research queue there. The question is, what exactly do we want there? I think I'm going to put in the air-to-air missile there now. It's a bit expensive. Oh, and a utility helicopter. Oh yeah, I'll put that one. It's a bit of a long one, but that should be okay. So what? Oh, are we selling a bit less now? Something, or is the price going down? I don't actually know. Oh, we're not selling any military goods. The price must have dropped quite dramatically. Yeah, it has. Alright, well, Canada wants to buy more consumer goods. Fine. And we did get the escort that we bought from USA, so we got one of those built, and then we got the capital ship in there. Now, unfortunately, we can't really traverse the Panama Canal right now. I still don't remember exactly how you can let your troops to go into or trespass in enemy territories. I just don't remember what the setting is. Now, supporting opposition. Let's see, is that... No, I don't think that is going to allow us to get in there either. I have a feeling that USA might have similar problem, although... not necessarily. I mean, ooh, that's pretty high war justification in there. I could technically declare the war, but I've said multiple times that I won't be declaring wars on my... Oh, USA wants to... They're requesting quite a bit of military goods as well. I suppose I'll do that, but that is going to drop the military goods price globally quite badly. Because then there's going to be less people buying from the international markets because they're buying directly from me. And that is certainly a problem. Oh, well, sure, I'll get some oil in... Oh, we're losing money very badly here. Okay, let's see. So is the jet aircraft so expensive? It's not too bad. So what is it? No, I don't think the expenses have gone up too much. It's just the price over here. Okay, I'm just going to put you down to 10,000 so we can keep on selling the stuff. But the profit margin in military goods is now dropping quite dramatically. Partially because the war between China and Japan is no longer a thing. Also, I don't think we can keep up the... Oh, yeah, nope. Okay. So we missed research. How much do we... Okay, yeah, we do want to lower that. I'll go for about 10 million. Actually, it's still 15 million total. And are we not... Oh man, military goods is only giving us 2 million or something like that. Now, to be fair, the production costs are also going down rather swiftly there, so it's not the end of the world. But it's still pretty bad, because the profit margin that used to exist was what kept our economy rolling. So now we need to figure out something else. Can we lower some upkeeps here? Maybe the environment a little bit. And then what else? Healthcare we can probably drop a tiny bit again. Drop it to 10 million. So that is cutting down a little bit of the cost, but it's not good enough. Ooh. Okay, so we're not paying production of troops or research. What if we increase? Well, Now this is a bit tricky part. We can, of course, up our taxes even further. Go to 45% or something like that. But, I suppose we do still have pretty decent support here. Oh, production of units delayed. You are wanting to buy consumer goods. Sure. I'm not entirely sure that we are getting quite our money's worth from that, but I suppose it's better than nothing. You know what? Since this is starting to be so little, I'm gonna lower the production down to 50% of the capacity. It means a bit less export, but at the same time, you know, the expenses of production go down quite dramatically as well. There we go. That helped a little bit, and now we got the research facility up and running, so we got 5 things researching at the same time. Hopefully that doesn't affect too badly in our... Oh wow. Did we just sell... Oh yeah, we just sold a massive amount of military goods there. Alright then. Oh, and the tensions go higher again, as they do. Okay, so we've got a decent chunk of money from selling a lot of military goods there. Still selling quite a bit, to be fair, but... Oh, and now it's going down again. Well, we've certainly lowered the expenses, that's for sure. And... Ooh, right, we should be selling a little bit of these, but, well... It's actually not too bad right now. I'm just going to increase the amount that we sell to, like, 96%, so we'll still accumulate a little bit. But not too much. What about the consumer goods? Consumer goods is still quite profitable. And electric power production cost is pretty much the same for us still. Oh, we're not even selling any of that. Okay, I'll just drop the price there so we can at least get a little bit of money out of this. We are still losing... Well, the income is fluctuating a little bit. Getting money every other day, basically. And losing the other days. It's a bit hard to tell if we are actually making money or not. Right, so we're spending 20 million on research right now. I think I'm going to lower the research efficiency to 90%. Merely because that is starting to be quite a large portion of the expenditure. Of the research expenditure, that is. Right, I suppose I'll actually lower the capacity down to like 40%. There's still demand for it globally, just not so much. Oh wow, the price is just dropping dramatically. Okay, I'm just gonna switch to like 120% demand. And that's gonna cut down the expenditure quite a bit. Of course, it's also gonna cut down the income that we get from trade, but you know. That's where we can maybe, hopefully, keep the budget a bit more balanced. At least we're not losing a massive amount of money daily. I mean, we're still losing, just not as much. Well, let's go for 150% demand, because our demand is rather small. We can still get a decent bit out of that. There we go, there's a little bit of money. You know what, sure, I'll buy your petroleum. I can sell that to the British later on, and trade a little bit of consumer goods there as well. So we should be getting tank deck rather soon. We've got $500 million. The USA hasn't been able to clear out the oil pocket or the peninsula quite yet. How about down this way? Ooh, they are starting to amass their artillery in here. Well, that means that that's going to be a rather deadly place to be in. I mean, that's the thing. Destroying these, do they have... They do have anti-air guns over there, okay. I mean, I don't think the Mexicans have any aircraft to begin with. But like, if you wanted to destroy something like this, you need some... probably a tank or something like that to push in there. Although there are some... No, actually, those are all howitzers. And then some anti-air guns in here. But you'd probably want to have something that is a hard target. And then just, you know, move in there quickly and push them out. And while they're retreating, they can't shoot too much anyway. And you can destroy them quite easily in close quarters combat. So that is one way to deal with the artillery doom stacks. But getting close enough, if there's enough artillery, it's just nigh impossible. It can be done, but you'll take a lot of losses in that. Like, I remember in the... I think it was in the El Salvador game, where we invaded, like, Venezuela, I think. They had a massive amount of artillery over here. It's like, like 20 hexes worth of just pure artillery. Now, to be fair, we did manage to kill them eventually, but it was a rather costly thing to do. And the AI does love its artillery. Which reminds me, I should probably build more myself. Right, so we'll probably go with these ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And get a couple supply trucks. We'll use the heavy supply trucks. Research breakthrough. Okay, tank tick. Excellent. Right, so how much are we spending on researching right now? It's still about 20 million. We've got one extra in there in the research queue. You know what? Let's put something else there. What a nuclear medicine. You know what? Yeah, I'll put that in there. It'll take some time to research, but that's okay. Oh, still losing about 10 million per day. Okay, so what is the expenditures? Production is for about 1/3 of that. Treasury is 50 million. Most of that is actually social services. Okay, so social services. How's the law enforcement? I can probably afford dropping that a tiny bit. That would cut down some of the expenditures. And what else? Education is 7 million, healthcare is 9 million. I can probably afford dropping the education down to 6 million. It's going to be dropping the quality quite low, to be fair. That means that our population will start growing even faster. Which, honestly, may be a bit of a bad thing, actually. Like, it's already growing... not quite 700,000 per year, but not that far off. Right, so you want some military goods? You're requesting a lot, though. But, you know, I'm trying to keep them happy. And now you are... okay, buying some consumer goods. But yeah, there's still some fighting around here. Ooh, the Mexicans managed to actually destroy a unit there. Good for them. Good for them. Right, so other wars in the world right now, it's just the German wars against Afghanistan, Faroe Islands and Iran. And Iran is still kind of holding on in lands around here. I wonder if China is going to start sending troops into Iran to help deal with the Germans. I do have some units over here in Iran. There's a lot of German units down here. What do they have? They got Tiger 3s. Oh right, yeah, E-75. And Panthers. A lot of tanks. You'd need a pretty strong anti-tank and armada there to stop that. Luckily we're not fighting Germany. Let's actually have a look. So, the provocation... Hanover is almost guaranteed to attack us by now. Well, I mean... yeah, they got 95% war justification. I'm pretty sure that if they do declare war, I can easily win that, because they do not have land unit production, so they basically have some units in the starting unit, and then some garrisons, and that's about it. And on this side, there's not all that many things. We should be able to get across there. Well, it's a wide river, so not every unit can do that. Or get past that, but I think we might be able to get through there. So wait, is this the canal zone? Oh yeah, it says that they're dead, but they still own that. Alright then. Oh, we're down to 300 million. I'm going to have to lower the science funding a little bit again. Oh, right, yeah. Modern industrial infrastructure. It's actually not a bad thing, although it's going to increase the production expenses again. Let's have a look. So it's actually, production is no longer the biggest one. It's the social spending. At the same time, in treasury, production gives us about 1/3, so it's about the same percentage-wise as in the expenses. It's just expenses are much higher. Let's have a look. Over here we are actually making a decent bit of money. Oh right, I've lowered the production cost there so much. Alright then. Consumer goods. Yeah, there's still about 1,000 per ton of profit, so that's not all that bad, but it could be better. Alright, so we did get this group here. I'm going to make that into a battle group, and I'm going to send them down to the northern area here. So we got 2 groups of elite guards here, and then we got artillery and anti-air and recon. That should be plenty to clear out Panama, if they declare war. I don't know if they will, to be fair. I don't know if they will. But they might. I'll send these ships down here, actually. Oh, and you are selling more petroleum? Sure, it's not particularly big sums of money there. Right, so how the... No, I don't think the United States... Well, they might be winning this battle eventually, but I think they're still going to lose several units to get there. Oh no, they've got over one of the garrisons. They're getting ships to help them... Oh, no, that's just Merchant Marine. So they destroy another garrison. They've got 2 of the tanks there in pretty poor shape. I think they're going to lose them. Yep. It's 1 down. Second is going to go down rather soon, although now the Lee got there, so... The USA is out of supplies there, but yeah, that garrison is going to go down. There's no way they can destroy all those units. So United States is slowly capturing the peninsula. How about the capital area? How's the battle there? Oh, wow. There is, well, there's still the massive amounts of artillery there, but that's about it. Oh, wait, why is there a Chinese tank here? Oh. Interesting, so is China starting to support Mexico? I wonder. That would be interesting. Oh, and ceasefire between Faroe Islands and Germany. Germany took most of their sea zones there for the time being. And we are very low on cash again. Okay, so we need to figure out something. I'm going to lower the infrastructure rating to 10 million in funding. That's going to cause some troubles for us for a while, but at the same time we don't necessarily need the full production speed because the prices in the world are just so terrible anyway. What else is there that we could do? Law enforcement I do not want to lower too much. Healthcare I could technically lower, but I think... You know what, I think I'm just going to lower the infrastructure rating even further. Go to 5 million. That's going to keep the total daily social quite low. Now, how good is our unemployment? 4.9%. Not bad at inflation. Feeling that the immigration is starting to go down a little bit. Has to be expected, to be fair. Oh wow, we're actually selling a lot of petroleum here. We are actually selling all of that we can. Alright then, did we... No, it didn't really drop our production costs for most of these things. Oh no, okay. It's time to go for 100% demand. 101% demand. Just because the price of military goods has dropped quite dramatically, so we don't really need to spend more money on that than is necessary. Okay, so Mexico did indeed lose that city there. How many? There's still 1, 2... Oh right, hydroponics. So Mexico is quite a bit ahead of us in techs. So they got the hydroponics and all that. I don't actually remember what tech you need to have with that, but I'm sure that we'll face it eventually. And to be fair, the hydroponics might not be a terrible idea for us to make sure that we can provide enough food for our nation here. Speaking of food, we actually do need to buy a little... Well, we got a pretty good stockpile there, so we can keep this going for almost a year. Well, actually more than a year. Well, that's probably going to speed up a little bit at some point. Alright, so we're still making a decent bit of money from industrial and consumer goods and petroleum. A little bit from coal. So timber we are actually buying. Well, it's not particularly expensive though. Oh, right, and no, actually we're not selling this. Let's sell the rubber there, although I'm going to lower that to 50% to build up a reserve again. Okay, consumer goods. Petroleum, sure. And you want military goods. How much are you offering? Not a lot to be fair. Sure. Get that war done, I suppose. Right, so we got at least a little bit of money still. Things are not looking great on that front. So 91% war justification against that. We got 85% against them, so if we were to declare war, we wouldn't have too many issues with that. You know what, I'm just going to do a quick little construction here. Build up a railway down to the border over there. So that eventually, once we do potentially take over Panama, we can continue the rail network down this way and reach Panama itself, and then get across there as well. Sure enough, it will take some time to do that, but not too bad. I mean, we could even bring the engineers down here. We got the closest engineers over here. Send you down that way. Oh, you decided to go through the forest there first. Alright, well, it's still going to take 60 days on average to build that on a decent supply. Oh, actually, we got pretty good supplies in here, so that's not so bad. Right, so at least we're taking a decent bit of profit from the industrial goods here, and the production cost has started going down there. I think, ooh, profit margin in consumer goods is going down. Right, so we've got a massive production of that, and I think we can start selling like 96% of the petroleum that we produce. It's still going across the jungle. Oh, bloody hell. Now I see fleece is right here in our border. Right, so let's have a look. Is there anything happening on the... Wait a minute, is that... That is Iran, isn't it? Yeah, that is Iran. But there's a lot of Chinese troops going through here. Oh, the Chinese are fighting the Germans here, so that's going to be an X-war. Once that happens, we can start making a lot of money again. Because I'm guessing China is... Well, they're not all that rich, to be fair. Yeah, they're just helping Iran to retake the lands here, because Germans are out of supplies in this region. They can't really fight much. Whereas the Chinese can. Well, a little bit anyway. They're taking pretty hefty casualties from the... Panzerlang down there, but I mean... It's going to be interesting what happens on this, because once they fight enough, there's going to be such a war justification between them that there's going to be a war one way or another. There's no denying that. And there's the Panther going around here, slowly backing up. I'm not entirely sure why it's just backing up, but... What are you doing? They're trying to communicate, I think. I'm not entirely sure. Right, so this is... Yeah, that is old China. Okay, so what about... Did they bring in troops to Mexico? I know that I saw one unit, but it might have been just trying to go through somewhere. Yeah, I don't see any more. I may have been able to go through USA as well, so like... May have been just on its way across the world. Anyway, we seem to be out of time for this episode, so if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Also check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye bye.